The swollen lug nuts on a Ford F-150 might not sound like a big deal, but it's one of those weirdly frustrating car issues that can take a day from "this is fine" to "this is a disaster" in about 90 seconds flat. Basically, Ford's lug nuts have a design where a thin chrome cap is pressed over a steel core. Over time, and this is the ugly part, moisture, road salt, or even just temperature swings cause that outer cap to swell up, making it impossible to fit a regular socket over the lug. You go out to change a tire or rotate them, and suddenly your perfectly fitting socket just spins or gets stuck. It's like your car's trolling you. This hits especially hard because 90% of tire shops just expect your lug nuts to behave, but these specific ones, they don't play by the rules. The numbers are wild. Ford used these two-piece lug nuts on millions of F-150s from about 2015 onward. I mean, this isn't rare. It's like playing the lottery and everyone wins, except the prize is a stripped socket and maybe a busted lug. The typical drill: grab your wrench, pop it on, loosen it up, completely falls apart. Suddenly, you are either bashing your socket with a hammer or giving up and calling a tow. It's Murphy's Law in pickup truck form. And the cost? Getting new lugs pressed in or lugs extracted can run $100 easy, worst case $250 if you end up at a bad shop. Pro tip: if you try with brute force, you're more likely to deform the cap further, which just worsens the swelling. Some people in a fit of rage reach for locking lug remover kits, but even those can fail when you're dealing with oversized, misshapen lumps of metal. So what's the fix? Step 1, don't panic. Step 2, try an oversized socket. Sometimes metric or a half size up does the magic, but I've seen people wrap the swollen nut with aluminum foil or tape. That's more desperation than science, but points for creativity. Really, the only long-lasting solution is to ditch the Ford two-piece nuts entirely. Amazon and your local parts store sell solid lug nuts, not the ones with decorative caps, for about $30 to $50 for a whole set. It's one of those investments you never regret. If you're stuck with swollen lugs and can't budget for new ones right away, ask your tire shop if they have special extractor sockets. Some bigger shops see this so often they keep a set just for Ford trucks. I asked around in Portland. Half the garages admitted they've gotten way too good at extracting Ford lugs. One little-known tip: when you do replace them, put a tiny dab of anti-seize on the threads. Every F-150 forum out there will argue about this, but in humid areas or where road salt is used, it helps combat the root problem. Also, if you're ever buying a used F-150, pop a socket on the lugs and make sure it fits snugly before you buy. Swollen lugs are one of those stealth annoyances sellers love to leave behind for the new owner. Brake jobs, flat tires, upgrades, these all become a nightmare when you have the dreaded lugs. But fixing this takes maybe 20 minutes and $50. Seriously, it's the ultimate ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure type situation. On the internet, it's basically a meme at this point. Everyone's got a swollen lug nut horror story and wishes Ford had just used better hardware. Save yourself the pain, swap them out, and you'll never think about lug nuts again, which is exactly how it should be.